Hello and welcome to our news roundup. Acting Speaker of the Council of the Nation Saleh Koujil received today here in Algiers the President of the National Human Rights Council, Bouzid, who handed him a copy of the 2018 annual report on the human rights situation in Algeria, in accordance with the provisions of Article 199, paragraph 4 of the Constitution. Mr. Azhari briefed on the occasion Mr. Koujil on the contents of the Human Rights Annual Report that enshrined Algeria as a country that has achieved tangible results in the protection and promotion of human rights and strives for further progress in this field and at all levels. For his part, the acting Speaker of the Council of the Nation called for strengthening the work accomplished by all institutions concerned with the development and activation of mechanisms for the protection and promotion of human rights in our country, thus enabling to assume their commitment to safeguarding human rights in the country. For his part, the Chairman of the National People's Assembly, Souleymane Chennine, also received today the President of the National Council for Human Rights, Bouzid Azhari, who also handed him the annual report dealing with human rights in Algeria for the year 2018.
The blameworthy European Parliament is viewed by the Algerian people as an attempt to sow discord in the country and disrupt the electoral process, which will be crowned by the holding of the December 12 presidential polls. This attempted interference by the EU's Parliament in Algeria's domestic affairs came at a moment when burning issues linked to the repression of the Yellow Jacket protesters in France is still continuing. The European Parliament has also wittingly ignored the Israeli crimes in occupied Palestine, as well as the brutal exactions perpetuated against the Sahrawi people in occupied Western Sahara. The unanimous response rejecting the EU's Parliament's resolution will only strengthen the Algerians' will to bolster national unity and cohesion and to massively go to the polls on December 12, 2019.
Peaceful marches were held in several wilayas across the country to denounce the European Parliament's resolution on the situation in Algeria and express their support for the presidential election on 12 December and their union around the National People's Army and other security forces. Numerous citizens of different age groups came out with the national emblem and signs in their hands, condemning and denouncing foreign interference and calling for the strengthening of national unity and support for the ANP and other security forces.
As part of the ongoing electoral campaign, Filali Rouini, the representative of the candidate Abdelmajid Tebboune, condemned from Ghirizan in western Algeria the flagrant interference in Algeria's internal affairs, which he believes aims to sow discord and destabilize the Algerian people who aim to overcome the political crisis and elect a new president of the Republic on the upcoming December 12, 2019 polls. For his part, the candidate Azzeddine Mihoubi hailed in Schlif, also in western Algeria, the Algerians' unity by taking massively to the streets in popular marches to express the rejection of the European Parliament's attempt to fluster the Algerian people at home. For his part, Abdelaziz Belaid said from Batna in eastern Algeria that the Algerian people must be aware of the country's situation and decide on their country's destiny by duly voting in the upcoming presidential polls, which he says is the only solution to get Algeria out of the current crisis. Candidate Ali Ben Flis, for his part, from Stif, also in eastern Algeria, hailed the patriotic fervor expressed by the Algerian people who rejected any foreign interference in our internal affairs. He believes that Algeria isn't living a security crisis, but it suffers from crisis in the political and socio-economic fields. In front of his supporters in the province of Batna in eastern Algeria, the candidate Abdelkader Ben Grina greeted all the Algerians who took to the street to express their rejection of any foreign interference in Algeria's internal affairs. He also referred to his plan to make cities all over the country scientific and industrial centers and a driving force for economic development.
The implementation of the proximity communications measures, the Communication Minister and the Minister in charge of relations with the Parliament proceeded today to the inauguration of the Algerian TV Center in Jelfa province. Minister of Communication, Government Spokesman, Acting Minister of Culture Hassan Rabhi said in a statement that in view of the geographical location of the province of Jelfa will have a promising future within the framework of the Algerian media network. This is aligned with the government's new program designed to materialize on the ground the opening 10 regional TV stations to popularize regional media and enrich the national media system. For his part, the Director General of the National Television Enterprise, Salim Rebahi, said that this TV center will become a production headquarters and a regional pole, and the local residents will exclusively benefit from job opportunities. After 4 years since its promotion to a delegate province, the dream of the citizens of Bani Abbas has come true, as it has become now a fully fledged province. This decision will help speeding up the development process through big projects that will provide new job opportunities for young people and help spur the different economic, agricultural and tourist sectors of the region. Because the 1,000 miles road begins with a step forward, as the government kept its development-related promise and took the initiative to ensure a brighter future for the citizens of Bani Abbas in particular and for the far south of Algeria in general.
And that's it for our news roundup. Thank you for joining us. Good night.